All right, I think we are live. Hello, YouTubers, do 143, and I'm here with a couple of the guys from the Mossboot crew, Freddy's 562 and Seeking Near Mints. Unfortunately, Master X Splinter and Alex Comic Hoarder couldn't make it today, but it's all good. We have a cool, quick show we'd like to do for you guys. Seeking, you want to say what's up? What's been going on, man?
Hey, what's up, everyone? This is Sicky David. Whatchamacallit, yeah, I'm here at the fucking depressing state of Washington. And,
The
nothing going
Sunshine
on,
State.
man. Well, they call it the Evergreen, but I don't know what the fuck Evergreen means or no even care. All I know is fuck, it's busy. My business is booming. No time for comic book, but fuck, when it comes to Moss Food Crew, here I am, bro.
So, is it booming even with no gasoline?
Yeah, the
No
gasoline,
gasolina.
no gasoline. Fuck, I go around the block, fucking siphoning other people's car.
Oh, you're good at sucking, aren't you?
Yeah, fucking ZJ, bro.
CJ King.
Hey,
Hey,
me
first,
and
before we get to you, just want to say what's up to Comic Fanatics and Don the Doctor. I didn't expect anybody to even watch this because I figured it's super early. But Freddy's, what you been up to besides enjoy being part of the 1% now?
Fucking amazing. What's up, everybody? Fucking Freddy's 562 from Cali. Fucking beautiful down here today. Amazing with the Mossboot crew. Fucking chilling. We're still missing a couple, but
yeah,
we'll
well,
get more. The rest of them next time.
hey, let's touch the base. Wait, let's touch base before we do an icebreaker. Just to make things clear,
What's up, gay
guys.
boys?
My,
Longshank said, "What's up, gay boys?"
hey, Mossfoot Crew was a part of a group in Instagram with one few members from the Unpressable Defect like Koi Cakes and Treacherous Christ, and we got a few members like me, Doom, Freddy's, and Foxhound, which happens to be
My little
Freddy's
brother.
brother.
Yeah.
And we got another Instagrammer call himself the Old Man.
Oh man, long one.
Old Man
Old
Long
man,
One.
long one.
He's the
So,
guy with the 12-inch penis.
so with that said, with this new podcast as the Mosspool Crew, it's just going to be hoping that we'll get to increase the panel member. But today we're just here, see how
Yeah,
things goes, right?
yeah. Now
Yeah.
we're just checking it out. I know Koi Cakes and I think even Mel V. They said they'll be definitely down to hang out with us. And then yeah, of course, we got cool people like your brothers and stuff. So we'll just do a quick icebreaker. We actually have some stuff to give away today. And I'm actually giving an Omega Man number 3, first appearance of
Whoa.
Lobo. Yeah, the reason
Whoa.
I'm giving it away though is because what do you call? Da 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 da.
Because
No, I said Esther like no. What happened is that Vita Loco 65 is a new YouTuber. What did you say? Vita Loco 65. I sent the link for him, and
He's
then
dropping some
I'll
nice
flip it.
videos. He's dropping some nice videos, man. I've seen some of his stuff. Showing
Yeah,
some
yeah,
good
yeah.
books.
No,
Man,
definitely,
I
definitely.
have not been on YouTube for a while, so I apologize to all you guys, man. That this life's been just taking over right now. But
Nah,
anyway, just to
yeah,
let you guys know, man, I'm at the hospital because my parents are in, so I'll be coming in and out. So please don't mind me. All right.
yeah, no, it's all good. So I sent the link to Master X, so we might even have Master X come on. So that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quickly, I just wanted to ask you guys. This is just an icebreaker and stuff, but so I'm just gonna come out.
All
with
right.
it.
All
I'm
right. What's
just
that question, man? What's
I'm
the
just gonna
question?
I'm just gonna come out with it. So anyway, so yesterday my son was playing soccer, right? So my son's playing soccer, and then I noticed that Great Legend is on. He's doing a live show, so I figure I might as well have some time. I'll do it. And then so Great Legend was like talking about, I guess, like Alex. So it's talking about Alex, and this is not a bad talk. I'm just kind of just telling you where the story's going.
Mm.
So he's talking about Alex, and then he was saying that you know I guess he kind of called Alex and us, the 9.2 guys, like kind of like variant collectors. And then on top of that, I was listening to like ETA show. Hey, Master Explainer, what's up, man?
Yo, what's up,
What
Yo,
bro?
up, X?
yeah.
Hey,
What's
So and
going on,
then
man?
nothing much. I'm doing the icebreaker right now, so I'm glad to have you on this as well. So basically like ETA, Nick, Patrick, and Reaper Tate. Again, kind of talked about people collecting variants. They didn't say anything bad about it, but they just were saying, like variant collectors. And which kind of surprises me because, like, here, I'll show you guys real quickly, right? So you guys know my collection. And I'm just going to show us a couple of stuff. So I have stuff like this, I have stuff like, this. But, and I have a whole bunch of stuff, but people seem to be more focused on the fact that I collect.
Do an ultrasound on this leg. I guess the surgeon thought it was swollen compared to that one.
Dave, you want to mute yourself real quick, buddy? Thanks. Dave. So, yeah, Dave is at the hospital. His mom actually just ended up in the hospital, but he's was kind enough to join us. But anyway, they seem to be more focused on the fact that I collect stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I don't consider myself a variant collector. I consider myself a well-rounded collector and somebody that actually collects variants. But do you guys categorize you guys as a variant collector, or how do you guys categorize yourselves? Or like, what do you think? Go ahead.
I consider myself a collector overall. I have a couple old books, just regular covers, and I have variant covers. I do show more of my variant covers just for the price wise, and I think not a lot of people have the knowledge, are not as knowledgeable as others when it comes to variants. Just same as the older books. Like I said, I collect a little bit of everything. I also collect toys. I consider myself a collector of all. Do I label myself a variant collector? No, because I collect a little bit of everything. So it's unfair to call somebody a variant collector or, a Kirby collector or Stanley collector. I think we're all collectors. No matter what you collect, you're still a collector. You're still in it for the same reasons that you love the art. You love the story. You love the book. You love, we all love certain different things of what we collect. I think you shouldn't label somebody. It's like if you're a car dealer, you sell cars. Don't matter what you sell. You're still a fucking, you're still a car dealer. It just, I understand why people have to label other people's based on what they collect, or hate on people because they collect this, they don't collect that, or because they don't read or they do read. It's all the same shit when it comes down to it. We're all collecting because it's stuff we like and we enjoy. So we're all just collectors on different levels.
What about you, X? Like, do you label yourself some kind of a collector? As far as like,
I'm a jack of all trades. I definitely don't consider myself a variant collector. I mean, I collect variants.
You collect variants, though.
Yeah, no, I definitely collect variants, but I wouldn't say I only do. I collect everything, man. I'm looking at my stuff right now. I got bronze, silver, variants, basically everything, and I like it all. I've actually been collecting like less variants lately, but I feel like what happens is because I hunt a lot, if I find $100 variant for $5, I'm gonna collect it, and maybe I'll flip it or whatever. If I find $100 Silver Age book for $5, I'll buy that too. So obviously the variants are easier to find, so that's what I show way more of.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. I'm right there. I feel like I'm just more well-rounded, and I think it's because honestly, a lot of it has to do with like you guys, like just the people in the community. Because like, and sorry about the mess in the room, but anyway, so like, I feel like you guys make me more well-rounded, and the hunting aspect. It's like, yeah, you're gonna come across more modern. You're gonna come across more variants. Every once in a while, you're gonna get lucky and you'll find Venom Lethal Protector Gold for $1, and
fucking scores.
It's a variant though.
It's a variant, right? So every once in a while you'll get lucky and stuff, and then, but sometimes I think our friend Koi Cakes, he just found Werewolf by Night 32.
Yeah,
for
that's
like
crazy.
I think it was like $5. I mean, it wasn't in the best condition.
I think it was like 15 or something.
Yeah, but the fact of the matter is, I think we consider okay, I won't talk about you guys. I'll talk about me. Like, I consider myself like a hunter, but I'm more on a well-rounded side. Like, if you watch people like, Longshanks and like Weapon X, for example, right? I'll just use those two guys. They hunt for everything. Like, you know what I mean? and they know stuff that you wouldn't even like think about, right? If it wasn't for people in this community, I wouldn't even know about Star Slayer #2. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
so just shit like that, like, oh, first person Rocketeer, I wouldn't know that stuff. But I was like, for people to, I just wonder, like, why do they categorize as a variant collector? And in two, when you listen to them talk about variants, yeah, so some of the people, especially like, I think I was listening to the Great Legend. He was talking about like Alex and stuff, and then he was all like, nah, I wouldn't buy that, or like, you're gonna be wasting money later on down the road. Why do you think there's such I don't want to say animosity, but why do you think there's such like, for people that collect one type of books, for the people that really enjoy the Silver Age, Bronze Age, like, what do you think it's about variants that they just really don't like, or not don't like per se, but they think it's almost like a waste of money? Like, what do you guys think about it?
I think they see it as a negative thing because they don't understand. You know what I mean? Because there's so many that come out. It's the market for variants is so big and wide. You got store variants, you got 1 out of 50, 1 out of 25, 1 out of 10s. You got artist exclusives now coming out. Like you got Campbell doing his own variants. So I think it's just too much. I think a lot of people see it as the market's getting saturated. But as the market gets saturated, there's still a couple in there you could actually pick and poke out. And I think that's what bothers people, that these books, there's so many coming out. And for people like me that I enjoy these books, it makes it more varieties of what you want. Like it's not just one cover, it's certain different covers. You get to pick which one you like out of all. You don't just get stuck with whatever fucking cover comes out. So there's different covers you can pick from, and you get to pick what artist you want, and just the art format that they use, whatever you like. If you like the virgin covers, like me, I'm a big fan of the virgin covers, so I'll buy a virgin cover instead of something with all sorts of writing and numbers and shit on the cover. So I think that's what throws off a lot of people, just the saturation of books coming out, and the I wouldn't say the lack of knowledge, but just it's so hard to pick what to buy in order if you're picking up on like if you want to flip. It's just so much coming out. You don't know what's going to be good, what's not going to be good. So I think that's why a lot of people hate on those books.
I think it is a lack of knowledge, if you want to ask me. But and I'll give you a good example. So ETA, Nick, and Patrick was talking about variants like a couple of weeks ago, about a week ago, right? And then they mentioned Detective Comics 880 and Catwoman 51.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not even variants.
They're just nice covers.
It's not even variants. And I'm just like, okay. But like, anyway, so what about you, Master X? Like, what do you think there's a disconnect between, because I like Silver Age stuff. I love Bronze Age. I mean, it's obvious that I collect those things. I know what are the key issues. Like I said, I mean, I have these books as well. But why do you think there's a disconnect? Like, if there is.
First of all, I don't think that, everybody who collects Silver Age doesn't like, people who collect variants, but I know what you're talking about. I would say that, and I haven't been collecting for that long, but I feel like people who've been collecting for a while, they see these books that are really sought after, that are all older books, and like, I don't know, it's weird. It must be weird for them to see a book that came out 2-3 years ago to overtake some of that stuff in price. Mm-hmm. And they might not see that as smart to pay more money for something that's been out for 3 years. It has a $3.99 cover price on it and drop $500 on it versus like a big proven key issue.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's just a little icebreaker. I just say, like I said, I have no beef. I mean, I respect everybody in the community as like collectors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, so it's just one of those.
You guys finished talking?
Yeah, wait, hold on.
Finished?
Are you? Oh, you got something to say? Go ahead.
You.
Okay.
The rat machine is here.
No, the rat machine.
All right.
Go ahead, buddy.
It's not about the rant. All right. So people are talking. So we're being labeled as what? What do you call it? The variant collector?
Variant collector.
Yeah, I was wondering why why do you think we're being labeled that?
What?
Go ahead.
Because we show a lot of variants. That's the whole thing. Just because you gave a good blowjob, I mean, I don't know. It's just fucking.
You give out good ZJs?
It's stupid. It's idiotic.
And there we go.
But the thing is, it's so idiot. It's so idiotic for collectors, especially for senior collectors, to label us as a variant collector. That means we only collect variants, or is part of our collection has been what majority has been what variants? No, it's not. I collect Silver Age too.
Isn't your most recent book Silver Surfer 48?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so I don't get it, but I mean, it's not a big deal. Go ahead.
So I mean, fuck them. You know, if they want.
David.
No, I'm serious, but
David's views and opinions do not express the views of the 9-2 crew as a whole.
Start when those collectors start labeling you or saying negative, like, who the fuck cares? I mean, who are you to tell us that, don't get variant because it's a good investment? It's like, that's my money. I'm going to show you some variants, and I'm going to show you some Silver Age. I'm going to show it. I can be up front. You
got to go find a better connection, David.
I'm not.
He's fired up, bro. He can't stop.
He's fired up, dude. AT&T can't keep up with him.
He broke the connection.
He broke the connection. Anyway,
no, I'm just saying.
Right there. Wherever you are.
If you don't understand if you don't understand the market, nor understand the collecting style of variants, or even Silver Age or Bronze Age or whatever age you want to call it, don't diss it, man. If you don't know, just shut the fuck up and just move on and talk about something that you guys know. Educate the people. Don't diss the people that collect different styles just because of what they want. It's like, I'm not really into Silver Age because I don't understand it, but I understand the key issues of it. But it doesn't mean that I'm going to go out there fucking start saying, yeah, Silver Age stupid. I mean, who wants to fucking buy a book that is look like a drawn by a fucking 6-year-old? Yeah,
exactly.
Jack Kirby, iconic. Yeah, legendary. So who the fuck cares? If the art is good, if the story is good, and it has some monetary value, then you get it if you fucking can afford it. I mean, I'm just tired of this fucking shit. I mean, I might lose about 100 to 200 subs, but I'm just telling you how it is. Collect what you want to collect, man, and just fucking, if you don't understand the whole fucking market, don't diss it, or just shut the fuck up.
And there we go.
Hey, Moss Put, okay? This is a Moss Put crew. You're gonna fucking say what it is, all right? Look, I'm sorry, Doom. I know this is your channel and all, but
it's all good. Man.
But this has nothing to do with Doom. This is just clearly me as a second-year comic, as a David. I'm truly telling you, please, guys, don't diss certain things that you guys don't understand, or I just don't understand how people talk about other people just because they don't understand about their selection. If you don't, get educated. If you don't want to get educated, just shut the fuck up. And watch our video and learn from us.
So X, you wanted to join in the conversation, huh? All right, hey David. Well, David set us down and takes a couple of puffs from his cigarette.
No, I'm done, man. I mean, it's not a rant. I mean, I'm just saying straight out.
What does a rant sound like? But anyway, if that wasn't a rant. Hey, I just want to say what's up to some of the guys in the chat, if you don't mind. We got Jason Smith, Miss Hustle, Rob Wise Guy. What's up, man? Rob Wise Guy. If you're not subbed to him, if you don't watch him, that guy is probably one of the best when it comes to like independent stuff. Like seriously, when it comes hands down, independent. What's up?
So what? He's considered as an independent collector? Come on. Hey, Rob, I'm sorry, but you're a good collector, but you're just a fucking...
hands down, one of the best independent guys, if not the best independent guy, in my personal opinion. Yep. We get Fat Dad Comics, Longshanks, Comic Fanatics, Lord Tapman. Who else we got? Did I say Miss Hustle? I think we have like 20 something people, which I wasn't even expecting. I was expecting like 2, just because it's super early. We got Long Shanks. What's up, man? So yeah, I just wanted to say what's up to the people in the chat. Talks amongst yourself. I'll try to shout you guys out if you guys have questions. But anyway, that was just a light icebreaker, and the reason is because I was just kind of watching some videos. Like I said, more recently, and like I said, I have no problems with Great Legend or ETA Nick, but then I was noticing they were talking about us as far as like variant collectors, and you're wasting your money, and I'm all like, because I know Great Legend collects variants too, but I was just, why are we labeled? Why am I labeled as a variant collector? I definitely feel like I'm more well-rounded than that. Anyway, so the next subject we wanted to talk about, and this is actually kind of funny because this is a segue into what we were just saying. But okay, and the reason I feel like we should talk about it is because I think we do collect variants, and we know what variants I think are kind of go for money. But what do you guys think about like these store variants? I feel like they're just getting out of control. And you guys have any opinions right now on like where the store variant market is at? Because if there is a crash, if there is some kind of slowdown, I think it's either going to have something to do with the store variants, or it's going to have something to do with movies all of a sudden just stopping. But what is your guys' opinions on all these store variants?
I'm enjoying the store variants. I'm enjoying all these variants coming out. You have all those Scott Campbell, the 20-year anniversary for Danger Girl, just badass that they did on Virgin covers. You have those those Vampirella variants have been coming out too that are just amazing. There's so many variants. There's so many different books to pick from right now, and it's awesome when you could pick from just tons of books out there. Whatever you like, you can pick and poke at pluck whatever you don't want. Whatever you do, you pick up. Don't expect for these books to go for a lot of money just because the market's getting saturated. But if you do collect for the art or for the artist that you like, I think it's an amazing time right now. You got so much stuff coming out, man. So it's a great time.
You don't collect a lot of store variants, yeah, X?
No, I don't really collect any store variants. I'm not the biggest fan of them. I mean, if you like them for your PC, that's fine, but I don't really like the idea of non-incentive variants. I don't like the idea of throw a couple filters on something and we got a new cover, and then you got to buy like the 12 cover pack. I don't know. I don't like that.
Wasn't there like the last J. Scott Campbell like set? Wasn't it selling for like some kind of ridiculous kind of money or something?
I think you had to get it from his website. I think it was like $80 or some shit.
$80, yeah, for like yeah. I mean they're nice, and the good thing about J. Scott Campbell, at least on this set, at least it was different covers and stuff like that. But but with those, like you said, I think Freddie's pointed it out. You got to be careful, and one, you got to buy what you like, right? I mean, just buy whatever. Yeah. It really, if you like it, you like it. But I think Longshanks said something over here. He doesn't like store variants because he can't flip them, or he can't buy. Sorry, he can't. Sorry, not flip them, but he can't buy it on the stealth, which is true. It's really hard. If you wait down the road, you might be able to pick a couple of these, because there's a lot of store variants that don't go for nothing. Yeah. I think, but I remember when I first got in, it was that Harley Quinn Delato, the pink. Yeah. That was a store variant from, you guys remember who that was from?
Bulletproof, was it?
Yeah, Bulletproof. Yeah. And then that was like the craziest thing. Do you remember like that thing shot up? And then I think you can pick up one now like super cheap. So like with store variants, I think, it really is about being careful about what you pick up. I think if you're trying to, I don't even think it's an investment. I think it's just more of an appreciation.
Exactly. It's more for PC, like X said. It's like I'm telling you, it's pretty much you picking out the artist you like and the cover you like. And that's pretty much what it comes down to. It's not, you're not going to make tons of money off these books, but it is cool to have.
Yeah, if you're able to buy it super early, there are some that you can flip. I mean, if you want, but I don't know. I haven't gotten into that part of the game yet. I'm not there yet.
Well, there's been a couple that came out, like the Perillo that came out. That that Vampirella is still doing about $80. You know, it was a $15 cover. There's a lot of books that sell for more than double their price, and they're all store variants.
That Mayhew, the one that ASM.
You got that Hughes, right?
Oh, the Vampirella Hughes. That one's still going for a little bit. Yeah. That one, that's been the nicest Hughes that I've seen in a while. I don't know what, in my personal opinion, I don't know what Adam Hughes is coming out with.
Did you see that Red Sonja Tarzan #1?
Yeah.
That shit is not fucking nice, man. I was like, dude, I'm not buying that shit.
Did you see the Fantastic Four family one that he just brought out?
Yeah, I wasn't
the
biggest fan of that.
Oh my God, that thing is horrible, dude. I'm like, just go back to the titties and the guns and the sword.
If there ain't no titties, I ain't buying it.
Oh my God,
doesn't look good.
Oh my God, he's fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, no, okay, cool. I just wanted to know what you guys thought about these store variants and stuff like that, because there has seemed to be like, I mean, you buy them if you like them, I guess. At the end of the day, right? You buy them if you like them. Just so
you buy them, get them slab. You know it's gonna be a 9.8. You could always flip it for a lot more, or you could just buy them and have them for your regular PC and just display them in your room.
Yep.
There are some store variants though. They are going for money. I think somebody just pointed, like we just pointed out, the 796 Mayhew. That one is still going for some money and stuff like that. So, yeah.
That X-Men Red is still going for money. The one you don't like, the one with X-23 up in the corner. That reprint, it's a nice cover. It's a
because it's a fucking because it's a reprint.
I got 298.
I hate those reprints. I hate all of those reprints. The Danger Girl reprints.
I love them.
I hate the X-23 #1 reprint.
I hate the Virgins.
You know what they just reprinted is the Adi Granov. The what is that? Oh, and they reprinted ASM's. What is that? God damn, you guys are gonna kill me. The Mary Jane 796. Is it 796?
The Venom one?
Yeah, the Venomized Mary Jane. What is that?
Did they redo that?
They redid it, bro.
Oh, no way.
I thought La Mole did that one, the Mexican one, right?
No.
They did another one?
Yeah, so ASM 678. I'm so sorry. ASM 678. They have here, check it out. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'll put it up.
Who's making that one?
I have no idea. But can you see that?
Oh, yes. I'm about to get that.
So that's the same.
That's
the same thing as the X-23 #1. Yeah. So this is look, and they even did this one too. They did this one too.
That's crazy.
Yeah, for what? I don't know why. Adi Granov didn't have to do that. I don't know if Adi Granov had any word in it, but
he needed the money.
Fucking crazy. But yeah, does it bring down the value of the original?
No, it doesn't. Not at all.
I don't think so. I was honestly, Longshanks. I mean, honestly, I was worried about it too. I was worried, and this was my concern, is that you have somebody like me who saved up all his money for X-23 #1, finally got it, and that book was hard to get, and a whole bunch of people wanted to get that X-20. That book, X-23 #1, the Lotto variant in the 9.8 actually goes for more than her first appearance. Goes for more than NYX #3 in the 9.8. So I'm just like, finally I got that book. I wanted that book. And then I have it in my collection, and now they come out with this Virgin stuff. I don't think it does. I was worried. I was concerned it was going to, but I don't think it does.
No, it doesn't. Not only that.
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't think it necessarily now hurts the value, but I just think it's a bad trend to go down, because when you have something that the main selling point is that it's rare, and all of a sudden you print a bunch more that aren't technically it, but you can get them for really cheap. It's kind of, I don't know, it makes people wary to spend money on stuff like that.
I don't think I don't think it hurts the value at all. If anything, it just promotes the book. It's like trying to compare the Ferrari Testarossa when people were making those Fieros into Ferrari Testarossas. It looked like it, but it's never going to be at the same value.
Yeah.
It's there's no way.
You got the Walmart version? You got the Walmart version?
Exactly. There's no way it's going to reach up to that. Like, it's cool to have, because I got 2 copies of that book now. I got them in 9.8. It looks nice. It's not going to be the original. I think there was only it was under 600-700 print. So
yeah, Freddie's got the Walmart version of that book.
Whatever. Still looks good on my fucking wall, though. Shit looks good on my wall.
Yeah.
Hey, talking about wall books, how was your show you did? Didn't you you did a show, right?
Oh,
How was
yeah.
that?
That was actually super fun. But okay, so for you guys that don't know what Freddie's is talking about, I just did my first show as far as being a vendor at a toy and comic show. I want to real quickly. I want to see if anybody else jumped in. So Joker 68, what's up? I'm not too sure if I said what's up to Lord Tapman, Don the Doctor, and yeah, it seems like Jeremy Edward, what's up, man? And then Rated R. Pope Grammy. I'm not too sure if I said yeah, Rated R.
After that.
But yeah, so anyway, so it was my first time being a vendor at a toy and comic show, and I actually have to thank X because I reached out to Master X. And I was all like, no, well, I mean, I did. And I was all like, how should I price these books? So just to let you know, if you ever decide to be a vendor at a show, your biggest headache is going to be pricing your books. Mm-hmm. Like that is literally your biggest headaches. So what I did is I priced all my stuff at eBay sold price. And for the modern stuff, it was easy because everything's like near mint, near mint, near mint. But it got harder when it came to like raw copies of like silver bronze. And that actually worked out towards my benefit because I noticed a lot of the people, it's kind of funny being on the other side and you see people looking at your books and then they're looking at their phone. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like they're over there trying to be on their phone.
I think we're all guilty of that shit though, because I do it all the fucking time.
Yeah.
I always have my phone out.
Yeah.
So it's fucking hilarious because like I know what they're doing. So even a couple of people, I was being a dick and I was like, how much is this going for on eBay? I was just like, what is it going for? I was like, my price should be better than that. And then that's the problem. So the funniest thing is when you price all your books at either eBay sold or like at a pretty good price, the most hilarious thing is you have these hunters that, that come to your table and they grab some books and they're kind of doing their side thing with their phone. And then had a couple of guys that were all like, hey, can you hold these books for me while I go walk around? And I'm like, yeah, sure. So they would grab like a stack of books. I have had this happen about 9 or 10 times. So people would grab a stack of books like this, and then they say, go and walk around. So the first guy that I said, okay, I didn't realize that I should have put a time limit. I'll be like, I should have told him, hey, dude, I'll give you 15 minutes. If not, I'm going to put it back. That was my fault because this is like my first show, right? So I didn't know. But every person after that, I was kind of like, you know what? I'll put it, I'll hold it for 15 minutes. And I set a timer on it. And I said, after that, I got to put it back out because there's other people that might want the books. But anyway, so this first guy that held a bunch of books, he was all like, yeah, can you hold this? And I was like, yeah, sure. As soon as he walks away, he's like on his phone. So he's coming back like 5, 6, 7 times. And he's like checking out the books. And I'm just like, I was like, bro, are you going to buy them or what? Like, what's keeping you? And he goes, oh, I don't want to pay $200 for all of these books. And he goes, but that's actually a good price. So it's funny because you have all these guys that want to bargain. They want to hunt. They want to bargain, but they realize that they can't. Yeah, because like my prices are already like right at the prices. And then they're like, fuck, they didn't know like how to like deal with this situation. Because normally most vendors would have this up, right? And they would have like $200, Yeah. So they would be like, oh, okay, well, hey, this is not 200. There's a nick there, whatever, right? But nobody was doing it. I actually didn't even get haggled once, except for that one guy. Yeah, I didn't get haggled. And I guess it's hard when like, I was actually still giving deals. So I had a little sign on the outside of my box. If you buy 5, you get 1 free. And it was basically all the books right across the board. So if you buy any 5, whatever is the cheapest 6th book, the 6th book you pick up. So out of those 6, whatever is cheapest, I would just give it to you for free. So, that's why people are picking up like multiple books. But I'll tell you right now, the hardest, the bitchiest thing is actually literally pricing out your books. I know Master X gave me 2 boxes. He told me, look, just make this all $1. All of this is a 50. And so what I did for the 50 cents books is I actually listened to Master X is I got a Sharpie and I just ran it through the top of all the comics. But they were all in plastic anyway. But that's what I did. So all of those books were 50 cents. And then like for the dollar books, they were all same thing, but on the other side. So 50 cents was on one side, dollar books on the other side. So it was actually easy. I didn't have to price any of those books. But everything else, when you price books, like that's the biggest thing. Going to the con or putting your books away, having the table, talking to people, that part is super easy.
Did you wear the fucking vendor attire? The comic book vendor attire? Like the fucking Nick beard and shit, hair all fucked up, sweaty and shit.
Sweaty.
Fucking smell like cigarettes and cheap vodka.
Look like Chumlee?
Yeah.
Did I wear the Chumlee outfit? No, I didn't look like Chumlee.
What, Steven, selling your very fine comic book as a near mint again, huh?
Yeah. He does.
You know me. Hell yeah. It's based on what I think.
Overall, did you make any money? Like, was it a positive thing? Like, we should all try it?
I'd say you should try it as a bucket list thing and do it on a smaller scale show. Especially people like X, who's got like a bunch of books. Seeking Near Mints, his collection is like very particular. So I don't know. I feel like if Seeking Near Mints was to do, he would be literally selling just his PC. But somebody like X, who's got like boxes and boxes of shit, and then multiple copies of stuff, I think somebody like X would be successful. But yeah, I made $2,000. So that's $2,000.
Not bad.
Yeah, so $2,000. So $2,000. That doesn't include the table. I already paid off the table, and that doesn't include like, oh, you got to make sure you grab change, like lots and lots of change. And then if you have PayPal, there's actually this app that you can actually download. It's called PayPal here. I don't know if you guys ever seen it. So that's how you can run your card and stuff. And then that way, the only thing about running your card for people is that there's like, I think they charge like a certain percent and stuff like that. But yeah, make sure you have, if you do a con or if you do a show, make sure you have both a lot of change and also make sure you have something that people can run their credit card through. If not, you got to be okay, or you got to be okay with giving people your PayPal address. But
nice.
But I had this little triangle thing that I just plug into my phone.
Vendor now. It's not just a color.
Yeah. No, the connection is not that bad. But yeah, not bad. I did about $2,000. I thought that was pretty successful.
Collector. Doom is. Congrats, bro. Congrats.
No, that's really good.
Yeah. I mean, not bad for a small show for my first time. To be honest, I didn't even know how much money I was making because it was just like transaction after transaction. Because you get really busy with the 50 cent guys and the dollar guys. And then you have more of these conversations with people who's looking at like, I don't know, first appearance of Gambit or something, you know? They're like, oh, you know.
What did you feel you did the best on?
Bronze Age?
No, modern.
Modern variant.
Yeah, honestly.
Like dollars or what?
Fuck yeah.
What is that?
I was just saying like dollar books or like $20 books or what?
Oh, quantity wise, I did best, of course, with 50 cents a dollar. Okay. So, you know, like money wise, that's continuously comes in. That's super easy. But as far as like what are people looking for, it's so funny, bro. Because it's you know how, so we have the YouTube comic community and everybody's kind of has their own, I guess, collecting style. Yeah. And when people outside of the community come, so I guess just your normal everyday collector, it's really funny, like what people look for. It's the strangest things. I think one guy was looking for X-Men Grand Design story. It's like a 2-part storyline. And he's all like, I can't find it anywhere. And I'm just like, you know, so people like that. There's people that only want Campbell. So there was a guy that came back to my table like 5-6 times, just like, do you have any more Campbell? Like, that's all he wanted was just Campbell, like straight up. He doesn't collect anything else. And
no Kirby? No Steranko?
No ZJ? Nobody wants to. No ZJ?
Everybody wanted a free ZJ. But yeah, no. So yeah, just people just like specifically, they only want like a lot of artist collectors, I noticed. People would come up to me, oh, do you have Adam Hughes? Do you have J. Scott Campbell? Do you have Matina? Do you have Perillo? Like, I noticed there's a lot of people. And, of course, I never met these people, but there's a lot of artist stuff. So I think I think somebody, I think it was X was saying, if you got time and you want to separate your comics just by artists,
Yeah.
because that seems to be the big thing now is artists.
Yeah.
If you want to just separate it by that, like that'll help you out a lot because people will see like, oh, okay, Adam Hughes, and then boom, there's all these Adam Hughes. So, yeah, I mean, it was super fun, and the time went by really quick. You get hungry and thirsty, and you got to make sure that you bring somebody with you just in case you got to go bathroom so that they can help you watch your stuff. So, you know what I mean? You can't bother the other vendors. You can't tell the other vendors to watch your booth.
Or just where it depends, right? Just shit yourself.
I can't. Yeah.
You do that.
The next time, yeah. But you're so busy that the shitty part is you don't get to partake in the event. So like Randy Emberlin was there. There's a couple other artists.
Randy Emberlin? Isn't that the guy who fucking created E.T.?
I had a Spider-Man 361. I wanted him to sign. I didn't have so I didn't have time for that. You just don't have no time because you have to stay at your booth. That's the only thing. But the cool thing is if you have a partner, then you have time to walk around and go hunting and stuff. So which is what I did. But yeah, no, it's super, super fun, man. I would definitely recommend people to go and try to at least be a vendor at one show if you have the books. I mean, just to get the experience because you really see it from the other side. And the funniest one is people with their phones. Like they're all like trying to be sneaky. Like they're sending a text and then I just call them out on their bullshit so quick. Actually, there's one guy I walked right behind him and I looked over his shoulder and I was all like, see, my price is better.
Fucking crazy, dude. Hey, you know what? You never think about it, but yeah, the sellers do see you when you're on your phone. Because that's why I always try to hide my phone, but they know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
They know exactly what you're doing.
And exactly what I did, like a lot of people do it too. They just, they don't even pay attention. They know what you're doing. They just look at you and they're like, whatever. Go ahead and go look on eBay because, But yeah, X, what you been up to, man? I noticed you've been getting in touch with nature lately.
Oh yeah,
hanging out with fucking alligators and shit. What the fuck, dude?
Dude, yeah, I went on a.
This guy lifts weights. All of a sudden, now he thinks he can go hang with fucking nature and the alligators.
Dude, that was crazy. I went on a hike and we were at this park and they're like notorious for gators and stuff. But that was pretty fun. I did that. I did some hunting in the area. They didn't have anything. Found like 2 books, but I'm just organizing my stuff right now, and then I got MegaCon in a couple of weeks, so I'm just hanging out.
That's crazy.
Been selling a lot too, honestly. Selling a lot of books.
What's been selling? Let me guess. Your first beta read, Bill.
I haven't, dude. People ask me about that so much. I'm looking at the stack right now, but no, I haven't listed those yet.
I tell you what, dude. I hate social media. As soon as I show stuff, people are hitting me up. Hey, are you selling that book? And I'm like, dude, I just got the fucking book, bro.
I sold my Captain Marvel Hughes 9.8 and the Wonder Woman 600 9.8 too.
Yeah,
so, those were 2 big books that left. But
Dave, you gotta mute yourself, bro. None of us speaks Korean.
My bad.
They're talking about a sex change.
Yeah, no, he's finally getting that penis enlargement he's been talking about. He can get it up to 2 now, 2 inches.
Oh shit.
Yeah, no. Hey, don't worry about it, Vita Loca 65. Everybody pulls out their phone. Vendors don't care, man. The cool thing is the cool thing is, you can definitely just
it's nothing wrong with it, man. I do it all the time. They want to sell their shit, regardless. They have their shit priced. Pull out your phone. Who gives a fuck? You're not gonna get ripped off, So nobody wants to get ripped off. So there's nothing wrong with pulling out your phone. I've been called the fucking shark. I've been called the fucking flipper, fucking hustler. Fuck that, dude. If they don't want to sell their shit, they shouldn't put it out on the table to sell them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's so funny when people get upset about people trying to buy stuff for like the prices they have it at. Yeah, it is the most ridiculous thing to me. Yeah, I would love to hear them like explain that to a normal person that's not like a collector and deals with that. I know I've ranted about that before, but
what is that?
Go to a grocery store, they don't change the price on cereal.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so crazy, dude. So like, I mean, yeah, it's so crazy what people. You talking about what people price stuff at?
No, I just mean like if you go up to a booth and you find like $100 book in a $5 box with a $5 tag on it, you try to hand them $5 and they say no. It's just like I don't know. It's just so ridiculous to me. I don't think people deal with that, or people are, aware that that goes on, that don't like collect comics or collect things. It's just a weird concept.
Yeah. No, for sure. And so speaking of cons, actually, and shows like that, what I wanted to talk about was just like maybe some books that people can start looking for while they're out hunting. Now, here's the thing. Now, this part is probably geared more towards like the hunters and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not really for people that actually know what they want. Because, like I said, when people go, from my experience, when people come in, they kind of know what they're looking for. But this is more for geared towards the people that's in those 50 cents bins, the dollar bins. People like X and stuff like that. Like, you guys just dig. But like, what do you think are some of the stuff? So I have one, and then I have a list of books that people can look for. But like, I noticed one book is always good to look for is, Spider-Man #1, the McFarlane cover.
Yeah.
Where Spider-Man's crouched down. And
yeah, it's starting to go for a bit.
Yeah. So not just that, but any book that has that swipe seems to be something that actually goes for money. So any of the books that actually has that as a cover swipe. And if you can look, I mean, there's like Lady Death has that book. G.I. Joe has a book.
Hey, I don't know if you guys noticed we got 13 thumbs down. I don't think people like us talking about that.
Hey, you know what it is, man?
Really?
It's
Wow.
probably it's
we're
probably
at 14 now. Sweet.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's actually it's all good because you know why? Because it's some people just don't like the truth, and that's all it is, bro. Like some people just don't like the truth. You know what I mean? And that's the fact of the matter. Hey, I just say, man, there's so many people that talk about stuff that they don't fucking know about, and they think they know about it, but they actually don't know shit about it. And they just they do their podcast, and then they think they know, and I'm just like, whatever. So yeah, I mean, go ahead, keep fuck it.
Back to what you were saying though.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's one stuff that I think people could certainly start hunting for. If you see anything like with that cover, like I think it's a pretty good buy.
Other things to look for, like these second print books that a lot of people don't notice. A lot of these second print books are low printed books. Don't go out for they don't go for a lot of money right now, but eventually people catch on. And a great example is that Wolverine, all new Wolverine. What is it, #2? The second print is going for crazy money.
I think it's going for crazy money, bro.
I bought my copy a while back ago. I got it for like $3, and I look at it now, it's doing over $100. As for all those people who don't believe in fucking variants and second print books.
Yeah, no, the one that David has Miss Marvel 17. It's like a Thor variant. It's a second print.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dude, that book just like all of a sudden, like it wasn't going for nothing for a while. And David talked about that book, like about a year ago? And now that book's going for like cuckoo money now.
Oh, the Thor on the cover?
Yeah, that thing's going for crazy money now.
Yeah, that's a great book. It's another low printed book.
Yeah, a lot of these second prints, a lot of these stuff. What do you look for, X? Like, give me like a couple of stuff that you search for.
Let's see. So that's what I search for. As far as like recent stuff, one book I picked up recently a bunch of, and I actually did okay on, is that Thanos 1, like the recent one that came out. That book's actually going for like about $15. I'm selling them. Do not buy them from me. I'm not trying to like promote my stuff. I'm just saying I was surprised because I picked up a bunch of them and I was actually doing all right on them. So that's a book you can look out for. Probably find in the wild. And then, what else do I look for? I picked up that first Valeria recently. I got a newsstand of that. I think that's a good book to pick up. I know you got one of those, Doom. Let's see what else. I've been picking up a lot of older stuff, honestly. Just
talking about the Valeria Richards.
Yeah, Valeria Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Valeria sounds like a fucking STD, man. It sounds horrible.
No, because the new Fantastic Four comic, I got Valeria on the head of my dick. I just caught Valeria this weekend, but Tijuana, and
stupid donkey show.
No, so like the Fantastic Four books coming out has actually the kids on it, yeah.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it has. I think it has. It looks like it has Franklin and Valeria possibly. So.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. Yeah, Thor Annual 11 is that
Oh,
first
yeah.
V3.
You
So
mentioned that a little while back, didn't you?
that's okay. Nobody listens to Turtle, bro. Nobody listens to Turtle. Nobody. Do you guys even know what that is?
Yeah, from
No.
whatchamacallit,
You ever
that
watch
one
North
show.
Shore? You ever watch North Shore?
I've never seen that.
Master X, if you got some time, watch this older movie called North Shore.
Right.
It's about a white boy. I think he's from Florida actually, or California, that goes to Hawaii and he wants to be a surfer, and like all the local guys are just like dogging him out. And then he meets this hot chick. But anyway, so like the guy, so he comes from the mainland, he goes to Hawaii, right? And he wants to learn how to surf. And then he meets this one guy named Turtle. And so Turtle's talking. He's like the freaking weed smoker. He's like, nobody listens to Turtle, bro.
Hey. What I want to know is Turtle a fucking variant collector or a fucking silver collector? What is he?
He's a life collector, man. Nobody listens to Turtle.
Charlie, that's what he likes it.
But yeah, on top of the Thor Annual 11, there's also Thor 339. That's the one where Ichir is forging the Stormbreaker. It's actually kind of a pink cover. So these are a couple of things you can look up. And I'm talking about like dollar bins, okay? I'm not talking about, yeah. But what else do you search for, like in dollar bins and stuff?
Man, that's a big question. I don't know, man. I
can start. You know what? I'll list some books down just for the show while you guys think about it. Spider-Man 263. That's the first appearance of Normie. If you can find that.
Oh yeah.
Web of Spider-Man 97 and 99. That has to do with the night. What is it called? Night Watch. Yeah, Night Watch. And I don't know if you guys knew this. I just found this out this past weekend. But Web of Spider-Man 100. It's that first appearance of the spider armor, and it's an all green background, right? But apparently, there's an error with like no green on it. You know? It's super white. I've never seen it.
The samurai looking one. The samurai suit.
Dude, that thing goes from that. You never see that thing pop up. It's like an error of Web of Spider-Man 100.
Yeah.
Nova number. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, I was just I'm trying to think of some stuff, but as far as stuff I have in front of me, if you know your Valiant stuff, sometimes you can do pretty well because there's some stuff in there that a lot of times people don't know about, and they'll have like a junker Valiant box they'll just kind of throw out.
What is this Valiant you speak of? I don't know what that is.
It's this cool comic book company that they made some books in the 90s, and now they're worth a bunch of money. But you can, there's I'm looking at these right now, but there's like Rye,
Rye Zero.
Yeah, Rye Zero, but also that's not even the most expensive book. Rye 3 actually, I think goes for the most out of those. Like Rye 1, 2,
Rye
and then
3
and
that's
4.
The one with that fish is eating his face.
Yeah, right. That book goes for pretty good money, and I grabbed that whole set out of a dollar bin, and people don't know that book goes for good money. It's low print.
Those new Valiant books, man, those variants go for crazy money.
Oh
man.
Yeah, those things can go crazy, dude.
I've seen some of those going for like fucking $500 to $700.
Yeah, you saw that Eternal Warrior,
$2
that David Mack one.
Yep.
Hey, can I stop everybody real quick?
Go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Okay, look. I'm going to show everybody that. I'm going to keep this on me. So just to let everybody know, thank you for being so concerned about me here in Hawaii. But this is like the island chain, all right? This looks like nipples, but never mind. So this is the island chain right here. I don't know why that all of a sudden
is it going from A cup to fucking double D? What the fuck is this?
So the volcano is here. I live here. These are all the different islands. I live here. And this is the island where all the dinosaurs is at. So just in case you guys are wondering. So this is the island of Kauai. Kauai has all the dinosaurs. This is the volcano. I live right here. And this is this is San Diego. So thank you for everybody who's been concerned about my well-being. But just to let you guys know, I'm good. I'm good. All right, cool. Yeah, anyway, go back.
Good to know you're okay, man. Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Hey, we got 15 thumbs down though.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, where? Crybabies. Where? I'm gonna thumb you down. Where?
Hey, I just wanna say shout out to 789 Comics for the partnership they have continuously supporting this panel member to give away free books. So, but don't you think this is a good time to do some giveaway?
Yeah. Unless they thumbed us down, they can't fucking join. They can't participate. Fuck you.
Wait, so we'll touch on the convention stuff and then we'll head out after that. But you know what? I gotta give Vita Loca 65 and Flipping Out. Those are two new YouTubers that I was shouting out, and I told everybody, look, if you guys, all you have to do is sub them and then hit the notification bell, and then I'm gonna choose a winner. I cut it all up. I put it all here. I'm gonna choose a winner, and that person will get an Omega Man #3 first appearance of Lobo. And so I'm going to give that out. I don't know if you guys want to give anything else out, but I know nobody's around any books right now. But anyway, so here, I'm just going to shake this up and I'm just going to grab a name. But I just want to tell everybody, thank you for subbing up, especially supporting like the new YouTubers. Yeah. I remember what it's like being a brand new YouTuber, and it's like, you know, you're just like, why am I not getting any views and all of that stuff?
And you said flip out, right?
Flipping out.
Yeah, I haven't been on.
No, it's all good. So Flipping Out's on the thing right now, but everybody's all like, you know, oh, you know, when you're new, it's kind of hard and stuff, and I get it. So you know, it's always good to kind of look out for the new guys. Anybody who's over 200, or in my opinion, I'm not like, you're on your own. like you know how to do it. So I mean, the new guys always need help. But anyway, so I'm gonna choose. How much money you guys want to put that it's gonna be Don the Doctor?
Put 20.
You put 20 on the fact that it's gonna be Don the Doctor. Fucking Don the Doctor wins fucking everything, bro. All right, here we go. I got a name. Who's this? You gotta be fucking kidding me.
Who is it?
Fucking Games.
Oh.
This motherfucker.
Didn't he win last time?
Exactly.
He won last time.
Exactly. I'm gonna pull another name. I'm gonna give another book. Hey man, I'm gonna put another fucking Games. Games always. I'm gonna put another one, and I would send this person a book too. Who's this? Oh, Biggies. All right. So Biggies and Games. Thanks for supporting the new guys. Just hit me up on this chat. I guess later on. And so Games, I'll give you the Omega Man #3, and then Biggies, I'll throw you a book as well. I like Biggies, man. Biggies is a cool cat. Bro.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
That's a really good podcast.
Talk about Biggies. I just want to do a shout out to Biggies for sending me some AOK.
He sent you an AOK?
Yeah, well, there was some book called Batman versus Deathstroke, that Matina cover. The one that he's holding the
flag?
sword. Yeah, the flag and stuff.
Nice.
You know about
so anyway, so I said it was a nice cover, so he was kind enough to send me one book along with 2 other stuff. So I said big shout out to Biggies for his kind heart, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no, Biggies and that NY Warrior show, that's actually a really good show, and the fact that they can go on like every other week and do a show, like we can't even get our shit together once a month. You know what I mean? So for them to go on every other week and to do a show, you know, all these other podcasts that can go on every week, even, you know, people like the Great Legend and ETA Nick and like JLS, they can go on. It's amazing because like I said, we can't even get our shit together. It's funny.
That's not easy.
No, it's not, man. It's not easy putting a podcast together, bro. Let me just say that much right now. Like, you know, you have these conversations off air with your friends and stuff, and you're like, dude, we should do a podcast. You know, let's get together and do a podcast. And it's like, it's not that easy. It's not. I mean, it's fun at first, but it's really hard. Anyways, we're gonna go soon, but what else comments you guys got? Like, you know, let's give some people some scoops as far as like what to be looking for. I got New Mutants #8, first appearance of Surge. I got X-Force #1. That's the one with the Deadpool card. But look for the double Deadpool card with the reverse Captain America. So the Captain America is gonna be more white and black than black and white. X-Force #2. You can still find X-Force #2. I think that's the second appearance of Deadpool. Yeah. What were you saying, Freddy's?
The second Prince, man, that all new Wolverine is going fucking crazy. You can still find it in the wild. Not a lot of people know about that book.
Yeah.
Well, all I can say is if you guys have like a couple $100 to kind of burn on a 9.8, get Nova #1.
It's amazing how that Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say there's a lot of Vampirella books out in these $1 bins that go for sick money, man. A lot of these Perillo books, just look for the art and look for the little LP in the bottom. Most of those books they resell for about $10 on eBay. So
yeah,
easy flip. A lot of people don't look at them because they're like more of the pervy side. That's the way I used to feel about them. Now I collect them. I love those books.
Hey, weren't you talking about not the Vampirella? What is the other one you were talking about? Not Vamplate. Fuck.
Vampy?
No.
Vampy?
The fucking zombie tramp.
Zombie
There's a
tramp.
lot of zombie tramps that go for crazy money, huh?
There is tons of those books, man. Because there's a lot of Kickstarters. They only run like 50 print. So the thing is, the people that buy them don't want to get rid of them. So when they do come up for sale, they sell for a lot of money, man. So that's a good book to look for. Like those zombie tramp. There's a lot of their variants are very low printed. They only do about 1,500. Their print run on their variants. So it's just stuff you gotta go and look into and see what you find out there.
You know what we need? We need Master X to do like a Valiant key comic stuff.
I should.
No, you should.
Valiant has a lot of shit, dude.
Because there's so many Valiant books. Like I don't even I know the cover, but I know Shadow Man. What is it? Number 8?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
First Master Dark.
Yeah, there's that. Isn't there like what is that all black cover? Fuck.
Solar 10.
Yeah.
But you know what? But forget those books. Just type in Valiant. Type in Valiant variants. And those books are just crazy, man. Like you wouldn't even think about these books being worth so much money. Like you got like these books are just too much, man. You go on there and check them out on eBay, and it's just mind blowing what they're going for. And people are actually paying that much money for these fucking books. Like it's not like nobody's buying them, and people are just throwing crazy prices. Like people are picking them up at that price. It's insane.
Yeah. But there's that XO4 too. That's another one for Shadow Man. I found that in dollar bins before. What goes for good money.
Yeah, for Shadow Man.
Yeah, there's a lot of little, and like those final issues, those ain't easy to find. And I was out at a free comic book day thing, and I was hunting around, and I went to this random shop, got a bunch of just junker Valiant boxes. I dug through all of them, pulled an Eternal Warrior 4, just sitting in there. It's just a lot of people throw that stuff out, and they don't really go through it or don't care about it. So,
I think people just don't know.
Yeah. It's a lot of it just looks the same, and it's just Valiant's $1. People just don't care. But there's some little things in there you can pick up.
Yeah, Vita Loco 65. Just to your credit, Freddy's Vita Loco 65 was saying that a lot of these zombie tramp collectors are very loyal to the brand.
Yeah.
And so like for you to find anything is really hard. I just wanted to give a quick shout out to the chat. You got Matilda, Gothica, you got Exile Comics. Exile State Comics has a great show Sunday. It's called Sunday morning. For me, it's like here in Hawaii, it's like 4:30 in the morning. But I think everywhere else, it's actually a pretty decent. I mean, I can't think of a better way to start my morning. The Exile State coffee, freaking pancakes and Exile State. He's actually got really good conversations. Jeremy Edwards joined on, and I think Flipping Out and Vita Loca, like I said, joined on as well. But real quickly, let's see if there's anything going on in the chat that we can talk about. Tell us about the finger pop variants.
What's finger pops?
So DC's coming out with these new comics, and so what they're doing is that it's basically like a Virgin book, and they do the DC logo here, and I think they have the SKU, but the rest of the book is like all clear. And basically, our friend at CBSI, Mel, he said, well, they're not technically a Virgin because there's a little bit of stuff, so he's gonna call them the finger pop variant.
Shit.
So there was somebody that listed a Batman book. I think it was like Batman 41, and
as a finger pop.
Yeah, he goes Batman 41 finger pop variant, and I think freaking sold, bro. That's hilarious. What else we got? There's nothing really else going on in the chat. Seems to be talking about digital comics and all of that stuff. Okay, cool. That's pretty much about it. I want to thank everybody for joining us today. You guys have anything you guys want to talk about?
I'm good. I had a fun time talking though.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, seeking near mids is that he's right now in an unfortunate. Yeah, he's trying to get that other inch, bring himself up to 2. Jason Smith wanted to know how. Jason Smith wanted to know how to pay. How do you pay on 789? You just pay. You can use the 9.2 crew to help you out with shipping. You can just use a credit card. I think maybe he's talking about the conversion rate because they're in Europe versus being here in the US. But you can pay. They're honestly 789 is what we're talking about when it comes to like store variants. Like it's just really appreciating different artists and different covers, and they have access. The guys from our friends at 789, they have access to just really a lot of hot covers right now. Don't go there looking for your Silver Surfer #1 and stuff like that. It's really just the recent stuff that comes out. And if you're just somebody that appreciates art, these store variants are just really, really awesome. But yeah, I think that's pretty much about it. Just thank everybody for joining us. I think at one point we had like 46 something people watching, which, like I said, I wasn't even expecting at all. And then just thank all the crybabies for the thumbs down.
Thumbs down? Yeah.
Dude, that's hilarious.
That is hilarious. We're literally a bunch of adults. Like, this is what I think is the funniest. That if you watch the majority of the people that do YouTube, like, we're all adults. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. We're all over the age of 18. But I swear, sometimes it's like, it's worse than my 8-year-old son, bro. Like, we can't have a decent conversation without people being like, oh, fucking crazy. And it's just like, I think it's, as a 42-year-old man, I'm like, I think it's just the silliest thing. I think ETA Nick said it the best. He called them fucktards. And that's like the best name. I'm all like, dude, are we like all adults? Like, can't we actually, you know what I mean, have a decent conversation? No, we can't. We can't have it. It's so hilarious. Anyway, kids, bro. Kids these days. Yeah. All right. Thank you. Shoot.
Must poop for life.